won the UWF heavyweight title, becoming the first Universal Champion. During his reign, Gordy was a fighting champion. Defending his belt against all major contenders, Gordy held on to the belt, many times through questionable tactics. Nonetheless, Gordy is a tough wrestler. Anyone who's ever been in the squared circle or a barroom brawl with Bam Bam will tell you that. And not only is he a tough competitor, he has the cunning mind of Michael Hayes as a plus. On September 30th, 1986, Gordy and Hayes acted together in injuring the arm of Dr. Death Steve Williams just prior to a scheduled championship match. After that, Gordy and Hayes asked for a forfeit victory over Dr. Death. However, the Doc persevered.
The good doctor is coming back in Terry Gordy. It's not wasting any time and taking over on Steve Dr. Death Williams in this battle for the UWF Heavyweight Championship.
Even though Doc was in great pain, he managed to put Gordy in a big predicament, which caused the Freebirds to enact a contingency plan. Hayes provided a distraction while Gordy armed himself with a foreign object.
He is a winner. He is fighting back, and he is in the ring with one of the most awesome athletes in professional sports, Terry Gordy. What a clothesline! He nailed him. Can you imagine the pain shooting through the body of Steve Williams, that injured right at the injured elbow, and he's covered with a 2 count, a near fall for the doctor. Where else but the Universal Wrestling Federation will you see this kind of action? You've got it right here. We certainly appreciate you being with us. And Gordy goes upside down in the corner. Williams with all the velocity that he can muster. And Gordy is in a precarious situation here. Williams clubbing away at the champion. This is one fall. It is television time remaining. And it is for the most prestigious single championship in professional sports, the UWF heavyweight title. Gordy has got to be wondering what's going on. Williams fighting him with one arm. Dr. Death pulling Terry Gordy out. There's Michael Hayes. Now what is... They're not going to interfere. He says he's never going to interfere, and there he is at ringside. He has no business being down there. I'm glad Ronnie West is there. Look at Hayes. Near fall in the ring. Michael Hayes in that second ring has no business being at ringside. Now look at him. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold on here. Terry Gordy's putting something on his hand. Gordy's got something on his hand. Boom! Terry Gordy has just leveled Steve Williams, and I'll guarantee you had a foreign object in his hand. And there's a pinfall.
This match turned out to be very ironic, because just 6 weeks later, at the Tulsa Convention Center, Dr. Death injured the arm of Terry Gordy before a scheduled 6-man tag.
The outside. Gordy's got to defend the title against the one-man gang. Dr. Death on that second rope. Dr. Death right across Bam Bam's arm. Bam Bam was trying to save Michael Hayes, and Dr. Death came right across the arm. Bam Bam Gordy's arm. It could very easily be dislocated right here.
Later in that hour, Gordy was scheduled to wrestle the one-man gang. Michael Hayes wouldn't let Gordy wrestle, and referee Tommy Gilbert made a decision to give the belt to the one-man gang. What many people don't realize is that Gordy wouldn't let the UWF check his arm for injury, which nullified Gordy's option to postpone his title bout. Here was what Gordy had to say after the match.
You know, I'd just like everybody out there to take a good look at this right here. This is something that balls me, man. It makes me mad, this right here. And you know, nobody in the UWF has ever beat me. I beat all top 10 of them. You can name them all. I beat them, man. That's right, I did.
Terry, the doctor said you gotta have operation.
Hey, man, don't tell me that. There ain't no doctor gonna operate on this, son, because I'm not gonna wake up every morning, and I mean every morning, and look at a scar on my arm that somebody has left there. There's no way, one-man gang, Dr. Death, you're gonna pay it.
They said you needed that.
I can't have that.
Gordy said he was injured, but he wouldn't take an official examination, and he has refused surgery. Keep in mind, though, Michael Hayes has been the only spokesman in regards to surgery, and Hayes' word will never be the only basis for official UWF decisions. Here's what Cowboy Bill Watts, UWF's president, had to say about the Freebirds' claim that Gordy was ripped off.
As president of Mid-South Sports and the Universal Wrestling Federation, the buck stops here. And of course, I've always maintained that you win a title in the ring, that's where you ought to lose it. And we've been strong and supported that issue very proudly. And the thing with Terry Gordy has confused a lot of people. We've got a lot of male pro and con because we stripped him of the title. However, when I was talking about losing the title when you weren't in the ring, I was talking about some federations that have matches booked in towns they're not even scheduled to wrestle in, and have champions supposedly against opponents they've never known and don't intend to wrestle, and then they say that this guy lost the title to that guy, and there's a new champion. And we've had a case like that just recently we all know about. That's not what I'm talking about. Terry Gordy was booked to defend the Universal Wrestling title against the one-man gang. He was here and in the arena that night, scheduled to wrestle. In another bout he was also included in as a six-man tag match. He claims injury. I'm not doubting his word. However, in the ensuing time, he wouldn't have let us get him to a doctor for examination. He also has refused to get it operated on, so I'm not sure just how badly injured Terry Gordy was. But the most important thing is that you fans pay your hard-earned dollars to come to the arena, and you should get what you pay for. We have so many cases of injuries, missed planes, bad weather, where people that are booked cannot be there. That when they're there, and somebody like Michael Hayes decides that Terry Gordy's not going to defend the title, we are not going to stand for that. Therefore, he was in the ring, and the one-man gang was in the ring, and when he refused to wrestle, he forfeited the title. And that's how come the one-man gang is now the Universal Wrestling Champion. So he won in the ring, but he lost in the ring.